Hello football fans, good to see you. It's Champions League time yet again. Juventus are up against Real Madrid in the Bernabeu. Laurence and Patrick are here to weave their magic before tonight's game. Patrick, Juventus are 2-1 up from the first leg.
Yeah.
And now it's in...
How did that happen?
Well, it's football for you.
Yeah.
Football for you. How do you see this one then?
Well, Real Madrid are in a bit of bother, aren't they?
They
at
are.
home and in Europe. Juventus on the other hand have already won the championship, so they only have this game to play for. You wonder all this stuff that's happening at the same time for Real Madrid might affect them. They are behind, but they also have a Cristiano Ronaldo away goal, which always makes 2-1 is keeps it very, very tight. I can see this one going to extra time.
Can you really see that? I mean, if you're saying extra time, then it would be 2-1 Real Madrid going into extra time.
I think it's also based on how Juve choose to play the game.
Exactly, yes.
Because in the previous match, they played Pirlo, and Real Madrid just did not address that as a problem in the midfield, weirdly, because other people I've spoken to have said normally if you address the Pirlo problem in midfield, then you negate effectively what
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Played
You have to put a man on him. You have to put a man on him.
He's played Ramos in midfield in European times. He's played Pepe there before. You think to yourself, why did he not do that?
We were talking about this in Euro 2012 with
Yeah.
England. Do you know what I mean?
Well, with everyone.
And it's 3 years it hasn't gone away, and that's why I wanted to ask you. I mean, is it as simple as putting a man on him? Because
do you think it's
can it be that simple?
He's in his mid-30s now. He gets older and think, no, he still can't be pulling the strings of that.
And that's the weird thing is that if anyone's going to appreciate him, it's Carlo Ancelotti, who's effectively the man who changed that position.
Correct.
His father or brother, I think some people say. So the weird thing is that they didn't address that, and then that gave Juve a foothold in the game. I think part of what I like, and I've said this before in the previous preview, was that Juve seem to believe they'll get to the final this season because they believe everything's coming together. They've got Pirlo in what could be his last season if they win the Champions League. They've got some players who are blossoming, and Pogba, and granted injured just a couple of weeks ago, but still, and Tevez up front, who looked fantastic when we were watching him just off Carnaby Street together.
It's all in central London, by the way. Not everybody lives in London.
We don't want this to sort of come across as a London-centric production, which it isn't.
That's right. Which is why we're talking about a match happening in Spain.
And then we're going to go to Soho afterwards.
And so let's go back to that match in Spain, which is happening tonight. Let's have a prediction then.
As I say, 2-1 in extra time. Then
what's the outcome?
I would say 2-1 would get Real Madrid into extra time, and I think I would go for penalty shootout, and I would say Real Madrid on penalties.
Real Madrid on penalties.
Yeah.
I think Juve would absolutely be loving it. Buffon would be loving it. They've got history of the Champions League. Buffon being there in goal. Now it's his time to take them through.
As to say, he hasn't won it yet. You see,
no,
he's kind of like this. So you think this would be his moment?
Do you think?
I think maybe. Yeah, I think you're going to rethink. I think. Well, I'm going to say a Buffon kind of wobble. But no, I'm going to stick with my original prediction. Real Madrid. Yeah. I think the personnel, the penalty takers they got there. Yeah.
Lawrence, what do you think? You got the result
wrong. Yeah.
First. Yeah, and I think what did you say? 2-1.
2-1 Madrid.
You got it wrong.
The other way around. Who cares? You can't predict the future. Well, I'm gonna say 2-1 Real Madrid. I hope it goes through to extra time, but I think then someone will score in extra time.
Who?
Heart says Juve. Head says Real Madrid.
What's your prediction?
You know what I mean? Juventus go through. They lose 2-1 in the match and then go on to extra time and score. I do think it'll be someone like Carlos Tevez to go up front and just boom, in,
boom,
goal, boom, goal.
Juventus after extra time.
It'll be.
Juventus after extra time. Real Madrid on penalties.
And
I've gone Juventus in normal time.
Yes.
Okay.
So
absolutely no consensus.
It'll be a Real Madrid hammering then, and they'll go through. Get your comments in below and tell us what you think the score will be in tonight's game.